Hi, my name is Seth Morrison. I'm the HVAC instructor here at ACTC. And I just want to take a few minutes to create a video to help students who are applying for graduation and to address a few misconceptions. And when I refer to graduation, I'm talking about credentials that include certifications, diploma, or associate's degrees. So a couple misconceptions you'll run into is that a lot of students believe you need to apply for graduation once you have completed all coursework associated with the credential. This is a misconception. You must apply for graduation at the beginning of each semester. In fact, graduation application due dates typically occur within a month or less of the start of classes of each semester. This includes fall semester, spring semester, and summer. So it's something you should do immediately after you've begun your classes in anticipation for graduation. Now, of course, graduation depends on you successfully meeting all criteria and completing the courses you're currently in. However, not applying by that graduation date will make it impossible to guarantee that your credentials are ready at the end of that semester upon your graduation. So it's something really you should do the first or second week of each semester. There's also some confusion about where you can access this information. I have created a PowerPoint that will allow your instructor to provide you with links on your Blackboard. So the links you need to be aware of are online exit survey. Now this is for people that are actually graduating at the end of a 4-semester plan. You don't have to do this for certificates. The most important link you need to be aware of is the online graduation application and verification form and the exit information form. So if you just click on these links, they'll take you to each one. Another option would be to navigate it from your home screen. So if we were to do that, you would simply go to quick links from ashland.kctcs.edu. So we'll go over to the bar quick links, click on current students, and if you scroll down to academic resources and then scroll down to graduation information, it'll bring you to the information associated with the year in which you graduate. For example, in 2020, the fall due date was September 8th. Classes started on August 17th. It happens very quickly. Spring, February 1st. Classes started the first week of January. And then summer, June 7th. Classes usually start in May or the end of May. Yep. So something we have to do relatively quickly. To be eligible for graduation, you must have a cumulative grade point average of 2.0 and have completed all assignments. And also, you need to complete online exit survey for 4-semester plans. And let's take a look at what that looks like. So if you click on the exit survey, it'll ask you to log in using your credentials. And if you click on login and you wait, you'll use your username. So I'm going to use mine as an example to show you what this looks like. And once you submit, it'll think about it. And then you click on the exit survey. And what you'll find, I mean, they're basic questions. There's quite a few of them. But you'll find 57 questions, including which degree did you earn. So make sure before you leave ACTC, you fill out the exit survey. It helps us immensely. It looks like a lot, but it takes you about 10 minutes. Now, if you go back and click on the graduation application, this is what you'll find. all prospective graduates are expected to fill out this first page, which includes your student ID and address. So 2 notes there. If you have trouble finding your student ID, go to your academic advisor or your program coordinator. They can look it up for you. It's super simple. But if you changed addresses from the time you started the program until the time you graduated, you have a place here to mark to mail to your new address. That's something you can update. But when you're going through your credentials to find out what you're eligible for, you'll need to audit yourself using the course catalog. In everyone's syllabi or syllabus, in your syllabi, you should find a link to the course catalog. And it is based on the year that you started. Within that catalog, you find all kinds of information, but every program is listed in alphabetical order. Regardless if you're in my course or not, we'll use my program as an example. So I'll scroll in alphabetical order to my program, which is page 79, I believe. Not any longer. Oh, yep. Just passed it. Okay, so. Okay. Underneath the air conditioning technology program, you'll see at which campus, which certificates, and which programs are listed. What you're looking for is ASC, which represents Ashland Technical Community College. And you'll also find a list of requirements. So, for example, my students are not eligible here at Ashland for the boiler maintenance certificates or the building controls technician. But after their first year, they will have completed all of these classes, making them eligible for the Environmental Controls System Servicer. They will also have completed all the classes required for the Environmental System Repair Helper. Next to the certificate is a catalog number which identifies that credential. That comes in to effect here in a second. So, if you go back to the application form and you're in your second semester of my program, you do not wait until your fourth semester to apply. You apply immediately at the beginning of the semester in which you anticipate to be eligible. So my students would fill out both of those certificates with the catalog number. Then they'll answer a few questions. They'll sign it. And the second page, they'll have a box that they need to fill out. Just simply your name, student ID again, and your projected graduation date, which will be the end of that semester. For example, in the fall semester, it's typically December 7th. So in the spring semester this year, that date would be March 21st. So, or March 31st. So once you fill this out, you will turn this in to your program coordinator or turn it into the Welcome Center if you're applying for an Associate's in Science or Arts. To be more specific, I'll read it to you. If you're applying to receive an Associate's of Arts or Associate's of Science degree, you do not need to meet with the coordinator. Submit all paperwork to the ACTC Welcome Center. For everything else, certifications, diplomas, and GOTS degree, I would even go through an audit. You need to sit down with your coordinator and verify that you have the proper requirements and the minimum grade requirements to graduate. Once your coordinator fills this out, he or she will sign it, date it, and turn it into the admission or graduation office or the Welcome Center. So once that process is finished, there is one more step we need to take care of. So back at the graduation information, you will find a link to an exit information form. This form is very brief, but what we're trying to find out here is your employment information. It helps us immensely track and improve our services to you. What are the best avenues and contacts to help you find employment? And I highly encourage you to fill this out to help us in our efforts. So a very brief form. Again, you find it from that same graduation information site. You'll find all three links: online exit survey, graduation application, graduation verification form, and the exit information form. Once you've turned these into your coordinators, make sure they turn them in to the Welcome Center. It is ultimately your responsibility that this process occurs. You need to stay on top of it. You need to take ownership of it. And one way that can help you do that, help you apply for certifications in real time, which I highly encourage because you never know what's going to happen. I actually had a student that had to move suddenly, and he never did file for the certifications he had earned. I don't want you to be in that situation. So you do have the option to fill out your first semester in Ashland Community and Technical College General Credential Opt-in form. So essentially what you're doing is you're giving the coordinator permission to apply for certifications on your behalf. I give this to my students during orientation. They sign it or do not sign it, and I keep it on file, and I actually can ensure and help them make sure they apply for credentials in real time, which I highly suggest. But ultimately, again, I cannot emphasize this enough. It is your responsibility to apply for graduation at the beginning of the semester in anticipation for your graduation due date. Do not wait till the end of your semester to apply. That can potentially cost you from getting your certifications or your diploma or your degree when you expect it. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me at smorrison0043@kctcs.edu, and I would be happy to answer your questions or point you to the right person to answer those questions. I hope this has been helpful, and best of luck. Let's complete these certificates and degrees and get out there in this community and get our careers started. I'll see you soon.